Well, hello. My name is Chelsea and I am with In the Healing. And so I provide yoga for individuals, groups, corporations, both in person and virtually, as you are experiencing today. And today is quite special because I have been asked by a school club. They're called DA for Change, and they are from Douglas Anderson School of the Arts. And I taught there for a few years, so that place is very near and dear to my heart. And so this club focuses on raising awareness about mental health, fighting stigma, providing resources to students at that school. And so they're hosting a de-stress event in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, which is during May. And so this video is going to be made for them, but really is for everyone because this practice is going to be about opening up to uncertainty. And so all of us are facing a lot of uncertainty right now, like big uncertainty. And that can be very, very overwhelming. So a way that we can approach uncertainty is to find smaller, more manageable examples of uncertainty and practice facing those in a way that is less daunting. And so what's true is this class, if this is the first time you've ever, clicked play on it, there's some uncertainty. Like you don't know what we're going to do, what shapes we're going to take, how your body's going to feel, if it's going to frustrate you or like make you float, like who knows? So it's uncertain. But you did press play and you are here. So that means that you are open to possibility. You're like, this is uncertain, but I'm here, I'm showing up, and I'm gonna just kind of be present and see how it unfolds. So, thank you for showing up. You can have a mat. It's okay if you don't have one. The other thing that you'll need is, are two pillows. So I just grabbed two pillows off of my bed. If you happen to have like a yoga bolster at home, I do, but I'm a yoga teacher, but I wasn't gonna like flex and like bring that out. So I'm gonna use bedroom pillows. So that's all that you'll need. So with that said, make your way to your space and we will start in a cross-legged seat. If this isn't comfortable for you, you can always sit up in a chair. You can even place one of those pillows underneath your hips to lift you up a bit if your like knees are quite lifted. All right. So rock side to side until you settle onto your sits bones, which is just like the bottom tips of your pelvis. So you might be able to feel that. And then rest your hands onto the tops of your thighs. And then notice your shoulders if they're hunching forward. And then bring them back over your hips and then relax them down away from your ears. Cool. Now, just a slight tuck of your chin to lengthen the back of your neck. And then we'll just start breathing. You can close your eyes or leave them open. And just notice when you start to pay attention to your breath, it may start to smooth out, slow down. And so our breath is a powerful tool in calming and balancing our nervous system. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're stressed out, take deep breaths. And so in this practice, I'll be focusing a lot on like opening up. So opening up the heart space. So we can start that by just noticing your heart. Breathe into the back of your sternum. So this bone, these bones right here that connect the ribs, this bone, singular. And take one more deep breath in. Then open your mouth and sigh out. Perfect. Now close your lips and we'll begin to connect breath with movement as we move our spine. So grabbing onto the knees And then gently pull your heart forward, inhale. And then exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, tug on the knees a bit. Then inhale, look up, open up the heart. Exhale, round your back. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, make space in between your shoulder blades. And let's sit up straight. And then bring your right hand by your side. You can prong up your fingertips like that. And then lift your left arm up. Relax your shoulder down away from your ear. And then breathe in, make your spine really long. And then on your exhale, reach overhead. And gently pressing into your bottom hand, you can look up to your elbow crease. Breathe into your left side body. And come back to center, and we'll rest the left fingertips down. Reach up your right hand, palm facing towards the center. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in, stretch up, and then arch over to the left. And breathe into your right lung. Now back to center, reach both arms up. And on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Press your thumb knuckles into your chest, because this makes you look like you do yoga. All right, now we'll move into tabletop position. So we're going to stack our hands underneath our shoulders. Spread your fingers out onto your mat or your rug or carpet. So your knees are underneath your hips, and then press the tops of your feet down into your mat. A little bit harder. Yeah, so notice your lower belly engage. Turn your elbows to face forward. And then on your next inhalation, lower your belly, look up. And on your exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. And then 2 more times, inhale, lower the belly, heart shines forward. Exhale, lift the heart up. 1 more time each way. Breathe in. And breathe out. Press the mat away. Cool. Now you might want to walk your knees back a little bit and walk the hands forward. So the knees, hips, shoulders are kind of in the same line. So this is a modified plank or like the top of a push-up. Look straight down and then lower about halfway. So we're just bending the elbows, warming up the hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders. Yep. I'm already getting warm. That didn't take very long. And then take a breath in at the top of your push-up, and you're going to lower down all the way onto your mat. Boom. Okay. Now, leave the hands underneath the shoulders, and then loop your shoulders back and down, and then press into your hands, lift up into cobra. Again, shining the heart forward, opening up the heart space. Take another breath in, and then lower back down. I'll show you another variation. So this is called Sphinx, because it looks like the Sphinx. And our elbows are underneath our shoulders, and our forearms are facing forward. Spread the fingers out, and then pull your heart forward like you're trying to drag your lower body towards the front of your mat, gently. And again, breathe into the back of your sternum. So I know a lot of you have had to deal with a lot of adjustments. You've had to let go of performances, plans, concerts. So just allow any feelings that you feel about that to just come up and out. So gather it up with your inhale, and exhale, letting it go out. Just being with what is. 1 more time, breathe in. And exhale, let that go. Come back down. And we'll stay on our belly for 1 more shape. So bring your fingertips by your sides, bring your chin down. And this is called locust pose. So this strengthens the back body. And so we're going to lift the chin, the shoulders off of the mat, the chest, maybe up to the bottom ribs. And then from here, you can lift up the feet, pressing the balls of your feet back towards the back of your mat, and then lifting the hands off, floating them off of the mat. So you're like trying to pull your fingers down to your feet, strengthening the back body. This is really, really good for you if you've been taking virtual classes and you've been working over computers and devices. So this will help with your posture. Take one more deep breath in. And then your exhale, lower down. Bring your hands underneath your face, rest your cheek onto your hands, and then bend your knees and sway your feet side to side. Okay, bring the tops of your feet down and your hands underneath your shoulders, and we'll come into child's pose. So knees out wide, and then rest your hips down onto your heels, and then the crown of your head, not the crown of your head, your forehead comes down to your mat. Reach your fingertips forward, and then take 3 deep breaths really slowly. 2, 1 deep breath in, and then a relaxing sigh out. And then lift up, and we'll come into downward facing dog. So walk your hands forward a little bit, tuck your toes under, and then lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Yep, so you're making like an upside, well, not an upside down triangle. It is a triangle with your body. So look forward, make sure your hands are about shoulder width apart, fingertips facing forward, straightening the arms, guiding the chest down towards your thighs. And tilt your tailbone up, straighten the legs, just don't lock out your knees. And then relax your heels down and take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Then look forward, step your right foot forward, left foot forward, grab on the opposite elbows, and then relax your head down. So your feet are about hip width apart, toes facing forward, soften the knees. And you can sway side to side if you like, you can stay still. So this is going to stretch out the backs of your legs, and then also help release tension or stress in your lower back, your shoulders, your neck. Just let this feel good. Okay, time's up. Release your elbows, bring your feet back in underneath your hips, toes facing forward, and then bring your hands to your shins. Lift up halfway so your back is super flat. And then bring your hands to your hips and then slowly rise all the way up into standing. Get your hair out of your face. All right, so hips are going to be, over your ankles, toes forward, and then bring your hands to your hips. And we're going to take a couple standing shapes. All right, so begin to shift weight into your left leg and lift up your right knee. So a little bit of balance here. So what helps is if you set your gaze to one spot directly in front of you. So that will help with concentration. Stay focused on one thing at a time. Flex your right toes. Okay, you're like, what's next, lady? All right, so we're going to step back into a lunge. So right foot goes back. Okay, so lunge. Let's set up the feet. So I'm going to walk my left foot a little bit further forward so I can get my knee to stack over my ankle. And that can be as, deep of a bend as you like. You just don't want your knee to go past your ankle. And then your back heel is lifted over your toes, hips and shoulders facing towards the front of your mat. So lower body, good to go. Now reach your arms up, biceps framing the ears, relax the shoulders down your back. Take a deep breath in. And then your exhale, lower your elbows in line with your shoulders. So it's like a goalpost or cactus. Then here, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the heart up, maybe look up a little bit. So like a gentle back bend. So again, another heart opener. Just opening yourself up to the little bit of uncertainty that you're facing right now in this moment. Like you don't know how long you're going to hold the shape here. You don't know what's next. But stay present, stay in the moment, and breathe through it. Take another breath in. And then interlace your hands at your lower back, and then try to straighten your arms. If that's like, heck no, that's not happening, you can grab on the opposite elbows, and that will also help open up the chest as well. So you make your choice. So it's a little bit deeper of a heart opener. You can take this, you can make it extra by bending deeper in your front knee and then lifting the gaze up. And then come back to neutral, and this is where it's going to get fun. Reach your arms up, breathe in, and then sweep your fingertips back. Maybe lift off, stand on one leg. Try it on. Might be wobbly, a little bit of turbulence, as to be expected with balancing shapes. Things can get a little crazy. All right, now come all the way back up to standing. Land on both of your feet. Whew, you made it through. Good job. All right, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And so since you've had an experience with your left leg forward, now we're going to do it with the right leg forward. You can, again, apply the lessons from the left side onto the right. So let's see how this goes. I bet it goes a little bit more smoothly. So hands to hips. And then we're going to lift up the left knee. Sway it, grounding down, looking forward, staying focused, present. And then we're going to slowly step the left foot back. Boom. Okay, set up the feet. So if you're extra wobbly, make sure your feet are kind of like on railroad tracks, not on a tightrope. And then bend your front knee, back heel lifted. Okay, now we have our firm foundation. So it's always good to build from the ground up, and then reach the arms towards the ceiling. Breathe in. And on your exhale, lower the elbows down in line with the shoulders. Spread your fingers out. Broaden your collarbones, maybe lifting the heart, looking up a little bit. Breathe deeply. If you have to take a break by straightening your front leg, go for it, and then come back. Now interlace your hands at your lower back. You can grab on the opposite elbows as well, and then begin to straighten the arms. So pressing the knuckles down towards your back heel. Again, another great shape for opening up the front side of the body when we've been working on our devices, right? Lift up the heart more, maybe a little back bend. And then we have our fun transition. So reach the arms up, legs stay the same. Breathe in. And then sweep the arms back. Use some momentum to lift off into airplane. Keep the right knee soft. Chest lifted, heart open. For 3, 2, 1. Land back down. Very nice. And just kind of shake it out. Let that go. Okay, so again, I have mentioned before, I'm making this for Douglas Anderson School of the Arts, and so there's no sports. All the students have their certain arts area, and so this next yoga shape is for my dancers because it's called Dancer. All right, so what we're going to do, again, we're still at the front of our mats, and then we're going to shift weight into the left leg. So this is a balancing shape. So we're going to stand on one foot. We're going to bring the right foot up, and we're going to grab onto the inside of the right foot with our right hand, okay? So from here, you might be like, cool, that's enough. You can reach your left arm up to the ceiling and then begin to shift your heart forward and then press your right shin back. So this can get real like dancer looking. I don't have the same flexibility as the dancers at DA, so this is what my dancer looks like. Yours might look like this. So you can play with how far you want to lean forward. And if you fall out, then you just build right back from the beginning. And then you try again. Another deep breath in. And then slowly come out the way that you came. Yeah. So things kind of get more real in balancing shapes. So maybe what we've done before, you've been like, oh, that's not so bad. But then you like have to shift onto one foot. Things get crazy. So it's good to observe how you show up in these shapes. So if you find that you're getting frustrated or your like inner critic is showing up telling you like you're not good and I should, then just take a deep breath in and on your exhale, let all that go and just try again with a clean slate. All right. So with that said, let's all take a deep breath in and let go of anything that the inner critic is starting to talk about. And we'll shift onto the right foot. And then we'll grab onto the inside of the left foot with the left hand. And then the right arm reaches up. Spread the fingers out. Breath in. And shift forward and back simultaneously. So I used to not be good at dancer. I used to fall all over the place. But I've been doing yoga for 10 years. So that's what happens. Over time, you just get better at stuff. So take the time that you have now to work on the things that are important to you, the things that you want to grow and one day be a pro at. Haha, rhymed. All right, come back up. There we go. Very nice, everybody. Thanks for playing. Shout out to my dancers. All right, let's come back to the front of our mat and we'll make our way down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then bring your hands down. Come onto your knees and then onto your seat. All right, so let's stretch left leg forward and bring the right foot into your inner thigh. Rock side to side, find your sit bones. And so what we want to do is rotate the shoulders over the extended leg. So sit up tall, take a breath in, and then walk your hands forward, lead with your heart. So heart towards your toes. And flex your toes back towards your knee. And if you want, you can reach for your foot. You can fold deeply over the leg, or you can keep the back straight. And take 3 deep breaths. All right, slowly rise up. All right, so here are some instructions. Bring your right hand behind you, like you're chilling, and then bring your left arm up, like you're trying to be extra. And then from here, lift up the hips. Just a little bit of a back bend. Reach towards the back of your mat. Relax the head. And then lower the hips down. Nice. And we'll switch out the legs. So the right leg will extend forward. Left foot goes in the inner thigh. Sit up tall. Rotate shoulders over the right leg. And take a breath in. And then fold forward. Flex the toes back to your knee. And you may decide to grab onto the foot and fold deeply over your extended leg. And then slowly rise back up. Again, left hand back like you're chilling. Arm up. Ta-da! Now we're going to lift the hips and then reach back and opening up the front side of your body. Then lower back down. And this is where the good stuff happens. So we're going to grab onto the pillows that we set aside earlier. We're going to come into supported fish. My pillows are squishy, so that's why I grabbed 2 of them. You can get away with 1. You can also roll up a towel. You can roll up a yoga mat. Just whatever. If you have one of those like foam rollers too, you could use that. Okay, so what you want to do is bring the pillow like all the way to your lower back or pillows, and then begin to lay back down onto the pillows. Bring your hands by your sides, and then you have a choice with your legs. You can just just hit that basket. You can let them chill, or you can bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open up out towards the sides. And so the purpose of this shape is to elevate the heart. So you might notice that your heart is a little bit higher than your hips. And with that support underneath your back, the shoulders can relax down as the heart lifts. You can leave your eyes open. You can close your eyes. And just notice how your breath feels in your body. Notice the rise and the fall of your belly. Notice how it feels in your lower back. Notice how your breath feels in your lower ribs. Notice your breath on the back side of your heart space. So in between your shoulder blades. And then notice your breath at your heart. And then in your mind, say to yourself, I am open. I open myself up to uncertainty. I am strong. I am brave. I am open. And take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And then begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes, and then rock your head side to side. And then take your time and make your way into a seated position, just like how we started. So you may roll over onto one side and then press your way up. And then sit up tall, loop the shoulders back and down, rest your hands onto the tops of your thighs. And here, embodying strength and confidence, even though there's a lot of things that are unknown. I'll gently open up your eyes and just kind of take in the space that you're in. And thank you so much for doing yoga with me today. The fact that you made it to the very end of the video, it kind of flexed that muscle of walking into uncertainty and still remaining open. So now that you've done the class, you're a little bit stronger than you were before. And so I hope that as you move into whatever may be next for you, that if you begin to feel any resistance, any fear or anxiety, notice how your body, like within your body, you feel yourself like closing off. And then just take a deep breath and then relax a little bit. And just see if you can open yourself a little bit more, even in the face of uncertainty. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.